We here at Mayhem Media
understand the trials and tribulations of life.
No matter how hard life can get.
Suicide is never the answer.
There's more assistance available today than ever before.
If you or a loved one are suffering from suicidal thoughts, please don't try and take it on alone.
Call or text 988 if you live in the United States.
Or if you're in Great Britain, call 116123 or text 85258.
The world is a better place with you in it.
Damn!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name, as always, is the one and only Connor Clarkson, and it is time for another episode of Into the Barricade. Now, before we start, don't forget to check out Mayhem Media on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble, as well as the website www.mayhemmediaproductions.com, as well as the storefront bonfire/store/Mayhem Media Shop. Now, let's get straight into Monday Night Raw. So we kick off with another Money in the Bank qualifying match. Penta, Chad Gable, and Dragon Lee. Now, Penta wins, but Chad Gable, can't even speak tonight, people. He kind of got dropped on his neck. I think Penta thinks he's still in AEW, but makes sense. Again, it's Penta. Rusev defeats Akira Tozawa. Again, pretty much squash match. It's Rusev. He's nearly 300 pounds. Akira Tozawa, it's about the size of Brock Lesnar's left leg. So honestly, nice easy squash match, and yeah, nothing really more to be said for that. Next we go for a WWE World Tag Team Titles match. New Day, War Raiders, American Made. I've said it before, and I'll fucking say it again. How many times do we need to see the New Day and War Raiders in the ring at the same time? Quite honestly, it's getting boring. Please change it up. Get a different tag team. Get someone new. I don't want to be seeing the same four guys in the ring at the same time doing the same shit week in, week out. Storylines getting boring. Liv Morgan makes a return after Mania and has a one-on-one match with Kairi Sane. Now, the title wasn't on the line, and Kairi Sane picks up the victory. But, and by God, Finn Balor, did you really have to laugh the entire way through calling Dominic Mysterio out in the clubhouse? We know he's done some dodgy shit. It's Dom. He takes after Eddie Guerrero. So, yeah, Finn, composure. Work on your composure. And very entertaining. Now, the main event was another Money in the Bank qualifying match. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Sami Zayn in a triple threat match. Honestly, good match. I was expecting it to go a little bit longer. I mean, SmackDown seems to go on for years, so why can't Raw do the same? But Seth Rollins defeats both Finn and Sami and qualifies for Money in the Bank. Honestly, storyline-wise, makes sense for me because obviously Dangerous Alliance, it'll be nice to see where they actually take the storyline. But to be fair, Raw seemed pretty standard. Apart from Chad. Hopefully he's not physically broken his neck, but he does the bridging suplexes, so his neck is severely a lot better than what other people's are. He could be Kurt Angle 2.0. Moving on to Friday Night Smackdown. By God, it goes long these days. Like, do we really need to see 5 matches in 3 hours? Commercials, promo packages, random bullshit nobody cares about. I mean, that's why I watch Raw more than I watch SmackDown. But we kick it off with Naomi, Jade, Bianca Belair, and Nia Jax having some very interesting words to say. For some reason, Naomi thinks it's all right to turn up at Bianca Belair's door. Again, you can get arrested for that, which leads us into a Money in the Bank qualifying match between Naomi, Nia Jax, and Jade Cargill in a triple threat match. What seemed weird to me was the fact that Naomi picked up the victory. Would have made more sense for me if Nia Jax won. Again, go to the Money in the Bank, pick up the briefcase, go straight after Tiffany, and reignite the flame to an old feud. Again, next match was R-Truth versus JC Mateo, formerly known as Jeff Cobb. R-Truth, why did you think he was Solo Sikoa's son? Like, seriously? Sort it out. Speaking of R-Truth, now, we all know R-Truth will break any character whatsoever. Easily well known. I don't know whether he's confused June 1st with April 1st and he's thought it was April Fool's Day. But statements have been released about R-Truth getting released. Hopefully, it's not true. But then again, the guy's in his 50s. He's pretty much done a near 30-year career. Maybe it is time for R-Truth to hang up the boots, so to speak. But JC Mateo defeats R-Truth. Quite honestly, squash match. Really, really badly booked squash match. Again, it's JC Mateo, which is fair enough. But it seems R-Truth getting offense and then basically dying to one move is just uncalled for. So with that being said, maybe it is true that he's been released and he's not renewing his contract. But we then move on to a tag team match. Los Garza have defeated Javon Evans and Ray Phoenix. Now, to me, that makes sense purely because at Worlds Collide, it's one member of Los Garza, I can't remember who, against Javon Evans, Ray Phoenix, and some guy from AAA. Shows how much I watch AAA, can't stand it really. So yeah, makes sense for that leading into Worlds Collide. Now, Wyatt 6 makes a return and basically just destroys the entire tag team. I say the entire tag team division. SmackDown's got like 4 permanent tag teams. So you've not exactly destroyed much. Again, Wyatt 6, they've not really been booked in a way that shows them to maintain a certain storyline. Again, with Wyatt 6, I feel personally that they have been what's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? It'll come back to me. They've been misled. We'll go with misled. They've been misled in the potential for this Wyatt 6 storyline faction. And then, yeah, it just seems like they've been misled and underbooked in the way that they can be this devastating faction. But we move on to Zelina Vega against Alba Fire. Now, again, really expected Zelina Vega to win. She did win, thank God, because losing to someone in a suit that is basically the bitch for Chelsea Green. Obviously makes sense. And like I said before, I think I said it last week or the week before, Zelina Vega deserves that title, and I just want her to see that title taken to a next level and she get a very good run out of it. And then we had the final Money in the Bank qualifying match for Money in the Bank on SmackDown. Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, and Jacob Fatu of what I want to call the Timu bloodline or the TikTok bloodline. Depends what suits you better, really. Really shocked me that Andrade picked up the victory for this. I would have rather Jacob Fatu pick up the victory purely because then for the storyline, you get to see how Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu go about in the ring at the same time for the Money in the Bank. Would have made more sense. Probably would have brought down the destruction of the bloodline. Again, just really wanted it to work because no one likes the new bloodline. It's a load of shit. But to be honest, only other thing I could say about SmackDown went on far, far, far too long. You don't need 3 hours and 5 matches. Like, if it was like 6 matches, 7 matches, something like that, would have been a lot better, especially seeing as they're doing 3 hours. Way too many commercials. And honestly, SmackDown's just been really poorly booked in recent weeks. Again, it needs to follow some more structure like Raw, where it's like 2 hours. Because if it was 2 hours, then the matches wouldn't seem to be that bad. And to be fair, SmackDown, probably the worst one that I've watched in a long time. But that is this week's review of WWE done. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been the one and only Connor Clarkson. Don't forget to check out Mayhem Media on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble, as well as the website www.mayhemmediaproductions.com and the storefront bonfire/store/Mayhem Media shop. And with that being said, goodbye and good night.
Damn!